They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really well, Mike. Been baking a lot of bread lately.
Mm-hmm.
Made my first loaf of sourdough. Really a revelation. Um, maybe the best one. It's one of the top three breads I've ever had. Being
Wow.
serious, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of banging on all cylinders here in the kitchen with the bread. Um, I gotta say, maybe the only conveni that could come close to touching it, Daily Yamazaki, because they
Mm.
started off as a bakery and they still do a lot of bread baking, I
Yeah.
understand. But anyway, that's what's going on here, and you're back in the U.S. That's exciting.
S- Super exciting. Yeah, Matt. First off, you've been sharing your breads with me, and I gotta say, really top of the line, high quality, even just visually. So, yeah, I
Thank you.
definitely want to try one of your breads at some point. Yeah, man, I'm back in the States for 2 weeks. It's good to be home. Great weather. Just ate Chipotle and I ate a surf and
Ooh,
turf last night for dinner.
ooh,
So, starting it off right. Couldn't get the prime rib because it was not on, they didn't have it for Saturday. Why wouldn't you
that's
have
a
it on
thing. I don't get that
Saturday?
at all. Prime rib, they pick it. It's common. They do days, special days for prime rib. Every day's a prime rib day. I don't get that at all.
I don't either, especially like Saturday. That'd be the day when people are coming out with their wallets filled, So I don't know, man. But yeah, good to be home. And hey, maybe the first, third, or fourth time we've done an episode in the States, same time zone. It's awesome, as always, to be talking with you like in the same day.
Same day, same time zone.
Yep. All right, Matt. Well, hey, you know what? Last week after the episode ended, we were talking a little bit about ChatGPT, these new AI tools, and we were thinking like, hey, it'd be pretty fun. Let's try to like get the AI, ChatGPT, to try and like write us some content for the episode. And so today, before the episode started, I think both of us, I think I was on ChatGPT, you were on Bing. We were just kind of like giving it some prompts, trying to see like what it would spit out. And Pretty impressive, Matt. I'm pretty excited about this.
Well, I continue to be blown away, like everybody, by this new technology. Really, it could replace my job today. It does it better than I do.
Hmm.
Um, I am a subscriber to ChatGPT 4. I have the Plus. I use
Hmm.
ChatGPT to actually design my garden.
Hmm.
Last weekend, I said, "Hey, ChatGPT." I always greet it. And I was like, "Hey, I live in Portland, Maine, and I want to grow some flowers and vegetables. I have this much space. I want to use raised beds. Can you recommend, some flowers and vegetables to grow and how to
Hmm.
lay it out?" And it immediately replied, you live in, USDA climate zone 5B. Here are some
Hmm.
flowers and vegetables. And then it designed
Wow.
using keystrokes a graphical image of how to lay out the garden, including how to space the vegetables, depending on how much room they need. Carrots need less room than, say, a tomato
Oh my
tomato plant.
God.
And then I asked, hey, could you make a shopping list for Home Depot so I can go out and it made a shopping list. And I just plugged it into the Apple Notes app, made a little checklist, and I went off. I didn't go to Home Depot. I went to Lowe's, and hey, I got my garden planning is done.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic, outstanding,
Hmm.
love it.
Wow, man. Yeah, I'm not subscribed or anything. But speaking of jobs, becoming worthless, you know, computer development, this is, I think, going to get hit hard for sure. So I'm just waiting. I'm biding my time, trying to think, what sort of shop I
Uh,
want to open up, maybe like a little pension there in Curto Bay or something. I don't know, man. But all right.
Me
So we
too. I'm
asked
thinking about the bakery. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's regardless of like anything else, that's already a good idea. So,
Thank
all
you.
right, Matt. Well, we fed it some prompts and we decided that we wanted to have ChatGPT to prepare a wacky news story for us to cover in our featured segment. So, Matt, I'm happy to announce today we have our episode generated by ChatGPT. Matt, shall we get started
Let's
with
do
the
it.
featured segment?
Let's
All
get
right,
going.
Matt. I don't know if you've heard, but there was a pretty wacky story coming out of the Conbini world this week. Matt, I think we can just call this a burglar's dream come true.
Hmm.
Matt, I think you probably have heard by now about the string of recent burglaries affecting conbinis across Japan. Um, it seems like this is a rampant problem that's going on right now. Have you heard anything about this story? Is about these burglaries going on?
Well, I think I have, Mike, and I think this is part of a larger problem with maybe the imminent collapse of Japanese society. A second prime minister was nearly his life was nearly taken.
Yeah,
Shinzo Abe assassinated the new prime minister, who I don't know his name, but
Kishida.
nearly an attempt was made on his life. What's going
Yeah.
on over there? And people are frustrated, people are angry, and they're taking it out, unfortunately, on the Konbini, Mike. Which it sort
Oh,
of makes
jeez.
sense. That's where all the good stuff is. So if you're gonna go rob something, surely I guess you got the Hyakuman bolt and the Konbini. That's
Yeah.
kind of your two options there. They also typically have ATMs. And
Yes.
so you got the cash register, then you got the ATM, so you get the double hit on the cash.
Hmm.
So no surprise that the convenience become a target here.
Yeah, and it seems like, we should probably take talk a little bit about the tools of the trade, Matt, the burglars' tools of the trade. It sounds like we don't know how they broke in, but it looks like maybe they were using things like crowbars and hammers. And who knows? Like, how do you think they were able to evade the security systems, Matt?
Well, yeah, the crowbars, hammers, questionable tactics given they're open 24/7. You can literally walk through the automated doors anytime you wish. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess not the smartest folk. Maybe the crowbar for the ATM, though. That kind of makes sense. Not sure what the hammer's good for. You can just pop open that cooler anytime you want. Um,
True.
yeah, evading security systems, Mike. It's a good question. No surprise, a lot of these folk dressing up in costume,
Hmm.
anime characters, Pokemon, things of
Hmm.
that nature, full body outfits. Super Mario, I think,
Hmm.
was another one that we saw on the CCTV. But
Hmm.
yeah, just full body costume, Mike. That seems to be the basic method here.
Got it. Yeah, and yeah, like you said, it doesn't make sense. Why would they need tools? Because yeah, it is open 24/7, and there aren't many security systems except cameras. All right, Matt, I think maybe we should talk a little bit about the stolen goods. Like what sort of things were they targeting, does it look like when these people
Well,
were robbing the stores?
no surprises here, Mike. They not the highest potential folks out there. They're going for the alcohol, naturally the cash.
Hmm.
Um, I guess cigarettes also not such a big surprise. I thought were it me, I'd probably be going for the Haagen Dazs crispy Sando, that Primo product. I think they missed an opportunity there. But any surprises for you on the stolen goods front?
Yeah, I agree. Cigarettes, alcohol, and cash, that's low-hanging fruit. I would have taken the whole damn hot box for one. Probably gotten a backpack full of, some things out of the cooler, some beers. Um, I guess that is alcohol, so I guess maybe
Just
this was
imagining
me.
Super Mario walking out with a box of cigarettes, a case of beer, and the whole hot box.
Yeah, Matt, but as funny as this is, we got to talk about the impact on Konbini staff and customers. Matt, Japan's a pretty safe country normally, except like you were saying recently, things have getting a little hot. What do you think the effect on the staff? They had to be pretty shocked, and the customers who, they might have gone to the Konbini and everything that they wanted to buy was gone.
You walk up to the counter, you're expecting to be able to get your number 9 cigarettes, but they're not there. That's a big surprise, shocking for a lot of people,
Hmm.
disappointing. But yeah, obviously main concern is with the staff. Japan,
Yeah.
very low crime country, so they're not used
Hmm.
to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sort of shock and awe seeing, sort of these costume characters walking through, stealing
Hmm.
loads of stuff. So no doubt about it, our thoughts and prayers are with the Konbini staff.
No doubt, Matt. Yeah. So, but we turn to a serious note, but we should, want to bring up again some of the humorous things that have been happening. Is there a humorous side to this burglary as well, Matt?
Well, again, I think it's just the thoughts of these folks are to dressing up as these characters walking out. Pikachu, we all know love
Pikachu.
Pikachu. We grew up with Pikachu. He's walking out with a case of beer, a box of cigarettes, and a pile of cash. This is not the Pikachu we grew up with. What's going on with that?
Yeah, Matt. I also heard it seems like they're one of these burglars left their ID at the scene of the crime,
Oh
Matt. Like,
boy.
can you believe what a blunder?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of in the 101 part. That's step 1 of robbing places. Don't leave your ID behind. That's a shame. Well, I guess no. Yeah, you make it easy to catch.
Yeah, yeah, you just had it in your pocket, you put it on the counter for a second, and then you thought, "Oh crap, I left my," and then you got that dun 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 sort of music in the background, this idiot who was trying to rob this store. Um, yeah, Matt. So, anyways, a pretty wild story. Any final thoughts or closing remarks on this interesting bit of news?
Well, I hope this is just we get this under control as soon as possible, and again, the conveni becomes a safe space for the community to enjoy.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep. Yep, I agree. And yeah, hopefully we hear no more of this. Hopefully they get these robbers, they catch these burglars, with their pants down, Matt. We want them, to be in the jail, as soon as possible. But yeah, we'll keep following this non-true story in the future. Again, just to remind people, this is a fake story that was created by ChatGPT. I don't know, Matt. What do you think? This is pretty easy. We don't have to think about anything.
I don't know. I think we just hooked this thing up to 11 labs, and then just automatic voice for the whole thing. Just get
Oh
it
yeah,
going.
yeah. We don't even have to talk. We just 3 seconds of our
Three
voice. We give
seconds
it,
of audio.
make them, pump out some episode, and then hey, you can have the Conbini Boys 24/7 if you'd like, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just let it run.
Oh my God, that's
No,
coming. That's
it is
coming.
coming. It's coming.
All right, Mike. Well, that wraps up the AI segment of the podcast. We're back on to what's actually happening out there in the convening world. Of course, we got the Chickie Wars, Mike, and only one new Chickie out this week. It's at Seiko Mart.
Hmm.
I question whether or not this is a new Chickie,
Yeah.
but it's the hot chili nuggets, Mike. These are chicken nuggets out of
Hmm.
Seiko Mart. Chili flavor, so spicy.
Yep.
Your take on the chili nugget out of Seiko Mart?
I don't know, Matt. We've talked about this before. Do we just kind of are we still going to be covering Seiko Mart's these chicken nuggets that they bring out?
I don't know, man.
We've definitely seen this before. I think we've seen this image before. The hot chili nuggets, hey, awesome. I'm sure they're great. Love them. But doubt that this is a new item. And really, Hot Chef, I know you're good, but maybe a little bit more excitement here.
Amen. Let's get ChatGPT hooked up to the Seiko Mart product development team. We've been looking at the same chicken for the last 4 years out of Seiko Mart. And everybody says Seiko Mart, that's the best chicken, at least the trolls on Reddit.
Yeah.
And hey, okay, maybe it tastes good, but they got no innovation happening. We got lost in developing literally new technologies to pump in flavor underneath the skin of the chicken.
Oh,
Looking at chili nuggets for 4 years. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yep. All right, so hopefully next week we got some more exciting news coming out of the Chicky War. So all right, Matt, we're heading over to the scoreboard. Hit you with some numbers. We got Family Mart 55 items, Lawson 38, 7-Eleven 132, Mini Stop 23, Daily Yamazaki 11, Seiko Mart 6, and New Days 32. Any numbers that stood out to you?
7-Eleven continuing to crank out big time 132. I think they had 160 something last week, Mike. These
Yeah.
are like Otani like, these are Showtime like numbers, Mike. 11 Ks last night, by the way, by Shohei. Struck out the last 6. By the way, here's a crazy stat for you. Sorry, this has nothing to do with the Konbini, although he's a Japanese ball player.
Okay.
Third time through the lineup. So when you best know the pitcher, batters are 0 for 26 this season against Shohei Otani. Yeah.
What?
Think about that. Yeah, third time through the lineup. Third time. When you've seen the guy twice, when you think you know what he's got. He's 0 for 26 this year.
My God, I imagine most pitchers that number is like worse than their normal average against
You
batters,
should be
right?
getting better. You have less, you're tired, you're fatigued, and the batters have seen your stuff.
Jeez, Pete, man, he is really he might be the
Unbelievable.
best. He might have become the best, Japanese person of all time. I think he's the most renowned, loved internationally person of all. Maybe not even Japan. Maybe like in the world, one of the
Oh,
best people of all time.
people love him here, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Well, hey, going on to our winners and losers. These are not AI generated. These are true heart, and we put our heart and soul into looking into these things. I hope we can get some of that heart and soul, in our reviews here. All right, Matt, we're going on to your loser for the week. And tell me what we're looking at here. I'm kind of, whoa.
Yeah, Mike.
Wow. What the hell?
We're looking at a curry melon pan, Mike.
Oh.
Okay, so this is a melon pan. This is out of Family Mart. Yeah, the one on the left side. This is a melon pan. This is a sweet melon pan. Make no mistake about it. Okay, melon pan, and that's it's got a bright red crust, and then a brown crumb, uh, because it's got cocoa powder in the dough. But Mike, inside it's stuffed with curry. It's stuffed not just curry, but they say habanero spiced curry. So we got a sweet cocoa melon pan stuffed with a habanero curry. Mike, so many no-nos happening here. This looks like Donald Trump's rap sheet. First, we all know the curry pan, especially the curry donut. That's one of the biggest landmines out there. You think you're biting into this for all the foreigners who can't read katakana.
Yep.
Okay, you're going in there. You see this nice little donut, and you're like, oh, what is this? A Boston cream? Nope, no, that's a beef curry
Beef
donut.
curry.
Yep. Okay, there's your leg blown off. This is like putting an ice cream truck in front of the landmine zone here, Mike, because we got a melon pan. Everybody loves melon pan except for me. So people are going to be queuing up for this bad boy. How many limbs, Mike? How many limbs are going to get blown off? They got to set up an ER around the corner from every Konbini, every Family Mart serving this thing. This is a dangerous item, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this is in celebration of a music festival called Viva La Rock, which is hosting such up-and-coming artists as the Kebabs and Chili Beans, whose main navigation on their website is entirely in English, which I think is amazing.
Okay.
But the rest of the website is in Japanese. Fantastic. But I don't know, Mike. This is a dangerous item. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, man. Not much to add. Just a bizarre, bizarre, bizarre item. Bizarre collabo here with Viva La Rock. Never heard of it. 10th anniversary, apparently. Yeah, and this thing, they're calling this pink. So they're saying it's either reddish or like almost
Oh,
pinkish,
pink. Yeah.
this outer shell or whatever this is. Yeah, Matt, you're right. Get the ER, cleared out because oh my gosh, people are going to be biting in these things and just erupting. I mean, there's nothing that could prepare someone for what's going to happen when they bite into this thing. Oh my
Mm.
God.
Yep.
All right, great loser, Matt. All right, going on to my loser. Less exciting, but what we're over at Lawson, Matt. And what we've got is we've got the two cheese cabbage tsumiyaki. So tsumiyaki is usually just like a actually I don't even know what it is, but it's like kind of like an okonomiyaki style sort of thing where something's wrapped and like folded over and yeah, like an okonomiyaki, and then usually it's on a stick and you eat it at like a festival. That's what my impression of a tsutsumiyaki is. However, Matt, the reason I put this one up, this is Lawson, who we have come to respect their presentation.
Mm.
But what we've got here, Matt, we've got those old like paper boxes you get when you buy a hot dog at like a Major League Baseball game.
Paper
They're
boxes.
or paper sort of tray
Oh,
sort of
tray.
thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, inside of that is just like looks like just someone just took a dump. I mean, there's no form or factor to this thing at all. It's just like cheese and cabbage, I guess, has been like plopped into one of these hot dog holders. Maybe it's good if you I'm sure it's probably good, okonomiyaki style taste, cabbage, cheese, whatever, but I don't see how you get this at the convenience. This thing, you probably got to microwave this. You know what's going to happen when you microwave this thing?
Mm.
This thing's going to melt probably the paper. I don't know, man. I thought this was a miss from Lawson.
I am literally salivating. This looks, I don't know, Mike. I think swing and a miss here. This is strike three, I think. This looks, we're talking mozzarella Gouda cheese melted all over cabbage. It looks like there's some bonito flakes on top of it too. It's like an okonomiyaki
Hmm.
like a keto style
Hmm.
okonomiyaki. I'll tell you what, been eating a lot of Mexican food lately,
Hmm.
and went to this one place. We got something called a cheese fundido, which I don't know if it's actually Mexican, but it's essentially like a platter of melted cheese, like just melted cheese with some peppers in it.
Hmm.
Outstanding. And this looks like that cheese fundido, Mike. I'm telling you, that's a big old blob of melted cheese. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I disagree heartily. I will say, however, Matt, that this is saying
Half day
half a day's
vegetable.
vegetable. Maybe it is if it's cabbage. And this is also, I have no idea what this is, but this says from the Healthy Japan 21 campaign or initiative by the
Wow.
Ministry of Health. So
Wow. How
I
can
guess
that possibly be? It's a pile of melted cheese. This is like the same people who call pizza a vegetable because it has tomato sauce in it.
all right, Matt. Well, I disagree, but I hear what you're saying. To each his own. All right, Matt. Going on to to your winner this week. I'm excited just by reading the title of this thing. What are we looking at?
I was on the fence, Mike, because Family Mart had this killer kind of waffle sandwich thing going on, but
Mm-hmm.
this is out of Lawson, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most underappreciated Japanese cuisines is the katsu.
Yes.
The katsu, which is a fried pork cutlet or shrimp cutlet
Mm.
breaded in panko and then deep fried, often
Mm.
served with a pile of shredded cabbage. It's so good. If you go to Japan, you should go to a restaurant that specializes in katsu. It's absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And here, Mike, out of Lawson, we have a sandwich pack
Mm.
that has both the shrimp katsu and the pork katsu in one nice little box.
Mm.
And they're little mini sandwiches, like tea sandwiches,
Hmm.
So easy to nice and neat. Pick one up. That's probably what 2-3 bites each one, and they
Hmm.
alternate. You got the shrimp, then you got the pork. You got the shrimp, you got the pork. You can enjoy both. This looks outstanding. Again, katsu underrated, needs more attention as an excellent cuisine.
Yeah, I agree. Especially a nice little twist here with the ebi katsu because yeah, you normally get the pork cuts and that's the
Sure do.
legend, but ebi katsu as well. Shrimp katsu is really good as well. You can I think you can even get like a shrimp burger at McDonald's. It's kind of like a katsu style
Hmm.
yeah, which is really good as well. But enough about that. I mean, this thing just looks great. And these, I like the size. You're getting the little,
Yeah,
the finger pickers
yeah.
or whatever you call these things. The
Finger sandwiches.
finger sandwiches. That's right. The finger picker sandwiches. All right, Matt. Yeah, I agree. Katsu, don't sleep on it. Again, another item sort of like the American dog, which if you come over
Oh
from
yeah,
another country, like this isn't Japanese. I don't want just some like pork or no. This is
so
Japanese
good.
cuisine at its finest, Matt. Yeah, I agree.
Actually, one of my parents' favorite meals when they visited Japan a decade ago was we went to a katsu restaurant in Tokyo
Oh,
and got just pork katsu.
I'm sure it
So good.
was. All right, Matt. Going on to my winner this week, and this is going to take some
Oh, I saw
prefacing.
this. Sure.
All right, Matt.
Need a
So many a
relational
time,
database open to understand this thing.
yes, that's right. This is going to take some background to sort of understand why this is good. All right, Matt. This is the Pizza Sand pizza potato flavored pizza sandwich, Matt. All right, for a long time on this podcast, we've called out this thing that's gone from being called a pizza sandwich to a wrap to a pizza burrito to a
Tortilla.
tortilla. And Matt, and it's this image over and over again from Family Mart of this just like gigantic, like burrito looking roll with some sort of goo dripping out of it. And the reason, Matt, that this is my winner this week is because again, let me again say what this is. This is the pizza sand slash wrap, whatever, like hot pocket sort of thing. And the flavor is pizza potato chips. Pizza flavored potato chips is the flavor. All right. In terms of flavor and food, this is not for me. But Matt, they finally nailed the digital image. As you can see, they've got the big burrito pizza sando with the cheese pouring out.
Mm,
And that cheese pours out directly to connect to an actual pizza, Matt.
pizza. Yeah.
And so just the digital rendering of this one was just outstanding. I don't know which way it's going. I think it's, the burrito is sort of like birthing this pizza, sort of rendering this
Oh,
pizza. Um,
interesting.
yeah, but as for the flavor, don't have high hopes for it. But I don't know, man. I thought finally they nailed this one. They used this digital asset the way it was supposed to be used.
As you said that actually it does look like something Midjourney would have produced given the prompt.
It's true.
Tortilla births a pizza. But what I struggle with all of these, Mike. So now, okay, we've seen the pizza flavor of this tortilla before. Why do
Yeah.
we have to go not one but two abstractions from the actual thing? So we have the pizza flavored potato chip. That's one abstraction from pizza. But now we're gonna go a second and go the pizza potato chip flavor pizza sandwich, even though it's not a sandwich, it's a tortilla. I don't know, Mike. Mind games. What's going on? It's word salad over there. I don't know. This is a lot of stuff. Very hard to follow any of it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is almost like they've just taken the word pizza,
Mm.
they've jumbled a bunch of words together, they sort of, like shuffled them up, and they
This
just
is the
boom, boom, boom.
play, when words become meaningless. This is the Orwell. This is 1984. They're trying to change what pizza means. What is this? Seen this
That's a,
happen.
you're right. It's yeah, the what is pizza now? Yeah, if you've got a burrito
Ooh.
creating a pizza, birthing a pizza.
God. Anyway, all right, Mike.
All right, man.
No At the Gemba segment this week, Mike, because you're no longer at the Gemba, you're home. Although maybe we'll get some U.S. convening action from the two of us. Actually, I should do a report. I was out west, where I did get to experience some good convening, including some in Nevada, where all of them have slot machines in large cigar rooms with gun-shaped alcohol. You buy tequila and something shaped like an AK-47. Yeah,
Right, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Off the highway convenience store in Nevada. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that. Okay, all right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Big thanks to everybody who supported the podcast with buying us a chickie. You know who you are. If you want to support the podcast, head over to buymeacoffee.com/conveningboys and buy us a chickie. Also, subscribe to our newsletter at conveningboys.substack.com. If you like the podcast, please share it with your friends and family on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also check us out on YouTube and then follow us on Twitter. Thanks, everybody. And Mike, hey, I'll see you at the convening.
See you at the convening, Matt.